In the previous episode, we witnessed the extraordinary beginning of Prahlada's life. Before birth, he had heard the sacred teachings of sage Nārāyaṇa, and now the little prince was growing up inside a kingdom ruled by fear. His father, Hiranyakashipu, had become immensely powerful. The blessings he had received from Lord Brahma had filled him with tremendous pride. He believed that no one could challenge his authority. He wanted every being in his kingdom to bow before him. But there was one person who would never abandon the Supreme Lord, his own son, Prahlāda. Hiranyakashipu's palace was magnificent. Its golden pillars reached toward the heavens. Warriors stood at every entrance. Ministers waited for the king's command. Wherever Hiranyakashipu went, everyone bowed before him. Everyone, except the one who needed no crown to feel complete, young Prahlāda. While others spoke about power, Prahlāda spoke about compassion. While others praised the king, Prahlāda remembered Śrī Hari, and while the kingdom became louder with pride, the heart of this little child remained completely peaceful. Prahlāda did not need anyone to remind him to pray. At sunrise, he remembered the Lord. While walking through the palace gardens, he remembered the Lord. Before eating, he remembered the Lord. When he saw another living being, he remembered the Lord who dwells within every heart. His lips naturally carried the name Śrī Hari. His heart carried another remembrance, Nārāyaṇa. For Prahlāda, devotion was not a task, it was simply the way he lived. The time eventually came for Prahlāda to begin his formal education. Hiranyakashipu wanted his son to become a powerful ruler. He entrusted Prahlāda to the teachers Śaṇḍa and Amarka, who were associated with the teachings of the Asura kingdom. There, Prahlāda was expected to learn politics, diplomacy, military strategy, and the ways of worldly power. But something extraordinary happened. Whenever the teachers turned away, Prahlāda spoke to the other children about Lord Śrī Hari. He told them that life was not meant merely for power, wealth, and pleasure. He told them that the human birth was precious, and above all, he taught them to remember the Supreme Lord. Soon the other children began gathering around him. They listened as Prahlāda spoke with the innocence of a child and the wisdom of a great devotee. He taught them, "We may be young, but our hearts can remember the Lord." He encouraged them to chant his name. The children began repeating, "Om Namo Nārāyaṇaya." The sound that Hiranyakashipu had forbidden was now being heard inside the very gurukula where his son was studying. And the most remarkable thing was this: Prahlāda was not teaching them hatred toward anyone. He was teaching them love for Śrī Hari. Śaṇḍa and Amarka soon realized that something was changing. The prince they had been instructed to educate was speaking about devotion instead of politics. He was teaching children to surrender their minds to Lord Vishnu. The teachers became alarmed. They tried to correct him. They told him about royal duty. They spoke about power. They instructed him to respect his father's authority. But Prahlāda remained calm. He never spoke with anger. He never insulted his teachers. He simply continued to remember Śrī Hari. One day, Prahlāda was brought before Hiranyakashipu. The king was delighted to see his son. He lifted the child onto his lap and lovingly asked, "My son, tell me, what have you learned from your teachers?" Hiranyakashipu expected to hear about politics, power, and kingship. Instead, Prahlāda folded his hands. With complete innocence, he spoke about devotion to Lord Vishnu. The smile disappeared from the king's face. The atmosphere in the palace suddenly changed. Prahlāda spoke gently. He explained that true happiness does not come from conquering others. It comes from remembering the Supreme Lord. He taught that the mind should turn toward Śrī Hari rather than becoming trapped in worldly desires. For Prahlāda, there was no enemy. There was only the Supreme Lord present within every being. But Hiranyakashipu heard something very different. To him, the name of Vishnu was a challenge. His own son had refused to accept him as supreme. The king's pride began turning into anger. Hiranyakashipu questioned him. Who had taught him these ideas? who had filled his mind with the name of Vishnu. Prahlāda did not accuse his teachers. He did not blame his mother. He did not become frightened. He simply remained devoted. Because Prahlāda knew something his father had forgotten. The Supreme Lord cannot be removed from the heart by force. The king sent Prahlāda back to the teachers. "Teach him properly," he commanded. The teachers tried again. They instructed him in worldly knowledge. They tried to remove every thought of Vishnu from his mind. But when Prahlāda returned to the children, the same message came from his heart. Remember Śrī Hari. Remember Nārāyaṇa. Remember the Lord before it is too late. The children listened. They began to understand that devotion was not weakness. Prahlāda showed them that true courage was remaining peaceful even when surrounded by fear. He taught them that the Lord is not limited to a palace or temple. The Lord is present everywhere, and devotion does not require wealth, power, or age. It requires only a sincere heart. When the news reached Hiranyakashipu again, his anger became uncontrollable. His own son was spreading the name of the very Lord he hated. The king could no longer tolerate it. He ordered that Prahlāda be brought before him once more. This time, the father would not ask his son what he had learned. He would demand obedience. But Prahlāda's devotion could not be commanded away. The kingdom had weapons. Hiranyakashipu had power. The teachers had authority. But Prahlāda had something greater, unshakable faith. He was only a child, yet his heart was stronger than the fear of an entire kingdom. And now Hiranyakashipu was about to make a terrible decision. He would command that his own son be punished, but every attempt to destroy Prahlāda would reveal something even more extraordinary, the unfailing protection of Lord Śrī Hari. To be continued. Next episode. Episode 3C, Faith Beyond Fear. The trials begin. Poison, serpents, elephants, fire, and the fearless child who continued to chant, Śrī Hari, Śrī Hari. Episode Moral Prahlāda teaches us that devotion is not merely something we practice when life is easy. True devotion remains steady even when fear surrounds us. And when the world asks us to abandon what is righteous, Prahlāda reminds us to hold firmly to the divine name, Hari Om.